Guys, how we doing? A little video here previewing the Grimsby Town game at the weekend as we head towards probably the most sought after fixture, I should say, this year as we head to a great club, by the way. I just want to go out that in Swindon Town. And I say it's probably the most wanted win of I think that Town's ever wanted to Town fans have ever wanted to win. We head to Ian Holloway's Swindon Town. Oh boy. And of course he's assisted by Marcus Bignot, obviously former Town managers, and I listened to some of his pre-match press conference, and it just sounded like drivel to me. That's an absolute drivel. He was coming out with all the stuff he came out with when he was here. You know, nothing seems to be his fault. This and the other, but and why? Because they put up an hour interview, BBC Wiltshire, with Ian Holloway about the game, and obviously everyone knows the history of Grimsby and Ian Holloway. I don't have to go into that, apart from I've never wanted to win a game so much in I've never wanted Town to win a match as much in my existence. You know, when I was listening to him talking that, I'm thinking, there's a reasoning in why you've been out of work for 4 years, and no one's wanted to touch Ian Holloway till Swindon back in October. Exact, it's 3 years, 10 months that he was out of work, and giving the Swindon fans the same kind of spiel, it sounds like. So this is a very, very important game for Grimsby, especially going away. I think for the fans it's more important because of who the manager is that we're coming up against, but in general it's one of those games that we cannot take lightly, because even though Swindon are struggling, Swindon themselves, they're a good set of fans, they're a good club. It's sorry to see the state that Swindon are in, and unfortunately, you know, hopefully we can compound that on Saturday if we can get a victory. In the meantime, I'm going to call this the Ian Holloway derby, or as the fans call it, the Ian Runaway derby. That'll never go away, I don't think. For a lot of Grimsby Town supporters, his time at Grimsby was, in uncertain terms, shambolic. He thinks he did fantastic. Yeah, he left us in the mire in the December. So, but anyway, we digress from that. We'll talk about the game now. So we've got some stats about this upcoming game with Swindon. Swindon are in 22nd place. That's third bottom. They've got 16 points. We're 7th, 31 points. 23 goals scored for Swindon. 27 goals scored for Grimsby Town. The last 5 fixtures for Swindon aren't actually too bad. That's 2 wins, a draw, and 2 defeats. The last defeat for Swindon, last result for Swindon came in a 1-0 away defeat at Bradford. And the last game for Grimsby came obviously last weekend in a 2-0, in the end fairly comfortable 2-0 defeat for against Crew Alexandra. But obviously 2 wins prior to that against Morecambe and Accrington. Grimsby, in regards to team news, it looks like Danny Rose may start on on Saturday. Justin obviously is being Justin Abiqua is being monitored with obviously with his hip injury. It seems to be he's growing quicker than actually his the muscle, I believe, around his hip bone. So he's not, he's not completely fully fit. So Justin Abiqua, I think, will play. Whether he plays from the start, we don't know. Danny Rose may get the nod for that one. Unfortunately, there has been a knock for Charles Vernon. Only a slight setback for Charles. Hopefully he won't be too long though. They don't think it's too serious, but hopefully that won't keep him out for too long. I mean, he's been out for most of the season. Hopefully we can get Chaz back at some point. I think most of the team, I really don't see, unless there are quite a few injuries, I can't see Artell making a lot of changes. He was asked about January and if there's any sort of transfer targets. Again, Artell being quite coy, and rightfully so. Obviously, there's this young lad that apparently he's looking at, which he didn't deny, or he has said that he was looking at him. So we'll see what comes of that. Seemed like a very relaxed David Artell coming into this, even though when he had his interview with Matt Dean at Radio Humberside, obviously Ian Holloway was brought up a lot. Not necessarily directly, but obviously I think he was saying that some of the stuff, but also including he's heard about what the fans have been saying, and I've never known a game like this where fans. This would be if Grimsby get the win. And let me put this straight. I've had I've not been fully behind David Artell 100%, but if David Artell can get a win against Swindon, I will be 100% on board with David Artell, because it will just show us where we've come from, where we were as to where we are. It's not a big game in versus of who's in each dugout. It's a big game because it just gives us the buffer in the league. So it's a big game, but a tough one, And like I said, everyone's got all the praise in the world for Swindon. We like Swindon as a football team, as a football club. The great set of fans as well. And like I said, we are sorry to see them in the state they're in. But this video seemed like a lot of waffle. But let's go on to a little bit of the facts as well. In the 22 games played in recent times between Grimsby and Swindon, Swindon are narrowly in front. 10 wins to Grimsby's 9, with 3 draws. In the previous 3 games between the two sides, Swindon lead 2 games to 1 in the last 3. They got a 5-0 win in January of 2023. Yes, exactly. A 2-1 win September 30th, and last April. This coming April. Last April, sorry. They got a 2-0. We got a 2-0 win at Blundell Park to all but confirm our safety in the league. I think I'm going to say that I'm going to give you my score prediction now. I think it will be 2-0 to Grimsby, and boy, do I want it to be. I don't think I've ever wanted Town to win a game so much. or imagine like David Artell to win a game. It's like, and I meant when I said in the video, you know, I think it's just an important game all the way around, but it is for Swindon as well. You know, they are literally near the bottom. Ian Holloway's won one league game since taking charge. Most of his success has been in the cups so far this season. They got a win obviously over Wickham in the EFL Trophy, but they've only had the one win at so far under Ian and his coaching team. A couple of stats here that I do have. I am using BBC's website, by the way, just to let you know this is where I'm getting the facts and figures from. I will be going back to Soccer Punter as well at some point. But some of the facts leading into this game is Swindon Town have won 5 of their last 6 league games against Grimsby Town, though did lose their most recent match 2-0 at Blundell Park, like I've already read out. Grimsby Town have won just 2 of their 25 away Football League games against Swindon. In club history, that's 6 draws and 17 defeats, conceding 2.2 goals on average per match during that time. I mean, that is not a good record when you actually look at that in that regard. In 25 away Football League games between the two sides, we haven't won. That is worrying if you want to take that stat. Swindon are looking to win successive home league games for just the second time since November, after beating Fleetwood 3-1 last time out at the County Ground. And for us, Grimsby have won 6 of their last 7 away league games, drawing 1. As many wins as across their prior 42 such matches in the competition combined beforehand. And what I have said in the past over us is we've got it away from home. We have a style away from home. What I will say, Artel has got us to believe is that playing away, we can play away, and we can win away. We've got players that you know we've got players like Kieran Green and like McJanet and a few others. You know, Luca Barrington. Just Nabiku when he's fit, Kieran Green that can pick out really good ball making players, ball passing midfielders. You know, can really split defenders. You know, it's a game though that is going to go either way. I think the atmosphere at Swindon is going to be absolutely electric. I think around about 600 tickets have been sold for Swindon, around about that, maybe even a bit more. And I know for this one, the fans are going to be loud as loud can be, I'm sure. I will not be at Swindon, unfortunately, due to not being able to get there on this occasion. Otherwise, guys, I'll be there with you. But I'm sure listening in to the radio, which I will, as Matt Dean heads to Swindon, the Radio Humberside, and doing the commentary there. I'm sure I hear you guys loud and clear, because if there's, like I said, if there's one game this season now that Mariners fans want to win, it's this one. It's just unfortunately not because of the club, it's because of who's in charge of them. And, you know, it's about getting 3 points in general, though. You know, we want to solidify our playoff place going into the last 2 games of the year, because they're both 2 home games, and you know we need an away win if we can, just to keep us there. But there's no doubt there's going to be a lot of pressure on Artel to get a win in this one. like I said, strictly for the backstory, which, like I said, we don't need to go into because all Grimsby fans know the backstory, and it's just about, you know, can we get that to use motivation for the boys? Hopefully, but hopefully, can we keep our waveform going? Because that is why we're in the playoffs. Simple as that is our waveform. And you're just hoping that, especially, I think everybody in the area that's watched Grimsby will have, you know, everything crossed that we can get a win on Saturday. Like I said, my prediction for that is 2-0. I think Danny Rose is going to get a brace. I really do. I think Danny Rose is going to get a brace. No, actually no. I think Danny Rose will get one, and I think the old boy George McEachran, it looks like he's going to be back in the team anyway as well. Why not? It's his old side. Why not? George McEachran to get a goal. Why not to seal it for the Mariners? This has been a bit of a different preview from me, not as in depth as it would normally be. It's just because I know what kind of game this is, and actually what kind of game this means to me as well. I want Holloway beaten. Simple as that. I think we've got the team away to do it, and but they're going to have some. You know, they're going to have some dangers themselves. You know, we have to take that into account. Swindon might be struggling where they are, but you know, they're going to feel confident after, you know, after their last home when it was 3-1 against Fleetwood. You know, Fleetwood are a difficult team to beat as well. So we need to really show ourselves. And I think this could be a big game as well for Curtis Thompson if he plays, because we need leaders out there in this one. And Curtis, there's no better leader in the team than Curtis Thompson at the moment. So, yeah, I'm saying 2-0. And I'll be urging on David, and I mean this. I mean, I have, like I said, I think if he can get a win over Swindon, I think I'll. Like I said, never been the biggest fan of David Artell, but get the result over Swindon, and I'll be 100% with him, just because I think that obviously the way things have previously happened at the club, it's probably my heart overrunning my head in that situation. But you know, good luck to the boys. Let me know down below what you think is going to happen. If you're going to Swindon, safe travels. Make as much noise as you possibly can at Swindon. Don't give our boys all the lift they possibly need. Make them realise how important this game is to us. And I hope, well, in fact, I'm confident, don't know says that we can get a result over Swindon, but also Swindon fans, we love you all at Grimsby, so it's you know, we wish you luck after Saturday, but unfortunately this is Holloway's 1000th game in football, which is a great achievement for any manager, to be fair, and it is. But we don't want to be the team that he beats. You can tell I still feel a bit sour from the way he left, can't you? Only sour because of, like I said, what had happened. So this is a big game for us. Let me know down below what you guys think the score's going to be, and I will see you with a match review. You know, I'm not there, but I'm going to give you a match review, and I'll be there on Boxing Day for Harrogate. So I'm going to do a preview for that on the 23rd. So do look out for that one. But also, guys, thank you for all your support this year. I know some videos have been erratic and not always haven't always come off, especially with my rambles, shall we say. But let me know something, guys. I'm going to put something in this. I'm going to start doing a few lives in 2025 to have more interaction with you guys. Let me know down below as well, not only the score prediction for the game, but also, would you like some lives where we can actually talk and you can give me your opinion, and we'll have some good conversations, and you can get the good opinions on what you think, and we'll take it from there. So there will be some lives, but let me know down below, do you want some lives? If so, we'll do them. In the meantime, guys, take it easy. Let's try and get the 3 points tomorrow. I think it's really important, I think, for the team that we do, to keep keep ourselves in the playoffs. In the meantime, guys, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And sorry for the bit of a ramble in this video as well. But I will see you guys soon. Up the Mariners, and please, 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 if there's one game this season to win, please, David, please win this one. I will see you guys very, very soon with the review, including, let me know what you guys think about those lives, and if so, in 2025, lives will be coming. I will do some lives, so but let me know if you really want that to happen, so I can just gauge subscribers' opinion. In the meantime, guys, up the Mariners, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta for now.